Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Make sure you guys go over on Instagram and follow me at Jaleesa. Like and subscribe if you are new. This is part 2 of how Gabe became the model on the pull-ups box, and stay tuned to the end to meet my godson. All right guys, welcome. It is like the middle of the night, and wait, let me fix myself. It's the middle of the night, and I said, sorry that the glare. I don't know. I felt my skin. I have very oily skin, guys, so I'm always glowing. But they say oily skin is good because I think as you grow older, you have less wrinkles because of the oil. I don't know, but I be oily, y'all. So, but it's literally like the middle of the night, and I said I wanted to finish this video, so I got up just for y'all. What was I gonna say? Oh, the kids. So my boys. I don't like this. How this cleavage is showing. I don't like it. I feel like that's better. All right. Excuse me, y'all. So. All right, it's the middle of the night, guys. I just got up because I said I was gonna finish this video, and I'm really trying to hold myself accountable and making my word my bond, and just like keeping up with the things that I say I'm gonna do. So I did fall asleep. But I'm up, I'm having some tea, having some water, and I'm gonna tell you guys a couple things about getting your kids into modeling. I just wake up in the middle of the night so thirsty, and I woke up and I couldn't really go back to sleep, so I was like, let me do this video. And the kids were making so much noise earlier. They were watching, we rented some movies on Amazon Prime, and they were watching it, having some popcorn and stuff like that. So as you guys know, well, if you're new, I am a mom, and I am a foster and adoptive mom. So this is my son Gabriel, and if you guys go into any store that has pull-ups, the 4T, 5T, that's my son Gabriel. He's on the pull-ups box. He did a lot of modeling when he was younger. Actually, we just did a job together, like a family job for Kohl's, so that'll be coming out soon. But as a baby, they did so much modeling. Not so much anymore. I mean, they're into like their own kind of things. Like he's really into like sports and like trying other things. So when they were a baby, I did a lot of modeling with them just because they were babies and I was home with them. And as you know, Gabe was my first foster son, and I had to like have permission for him to start modeling because he started modeling before I adopted him. He was adopted at 3, almost 4 years old. So he was modeling as a baby. He did a couple things for Carter's, like around the house. I have a couple pictures. One day I'll show you guys all of his photos. I actually have one photo I could show you. Hold on. So this is Gabriel. This is one of the pictures that's in his room, and I am in the middle of like painting the boys' room, and this is one of the pictures that's on his wall. So this was actually in the Carter store. Carter's like children's clothing. And once they were done with it, I asked them if I can have it, and they let me have it. So I have a lot of posters of, let me sit. I have a lot of posters like this. You see my baby? Look at him. Look at Gabe. And then this is him when he was a bit older, you know. But yes, this is him when he was a baby. This is when he was my foster son. Look at him. Little cute self. Has a little afro. Let me see if I can do this in a thumbnail a little bit. You know, guys, I'm always trying to get a thumbnail. Wait, let's see. Oh, my hair is all in the way, taking his shine. Let's see. All right, maybe we'll use that. But So that's a cool thing, actually, that when your child does have a photo in stores, a lot of times you can just ask them, hey, when this ad is over, when you guys are not going to be using these pictures anymore, can I have it? And they'll kind of tell you around the month that they think the pictures are they're going to be getting new pictures and taking these down, and a lot of stores can let you have them. I know Nicholas, he also has photos, and I'll give you guys a little tour one day, or maybe in this video I'll give you guys a little tour of some of their photos. Nicholas, when he was in Kohl's, they let me have it. Some stores are funny. Like, I remember one time when Nick was in a Macy's magazine, they didn't want me to have, like, I wanted a whole bunch of them. That's when Nicholas first started modeling. And I think the Macy's magazine had coupons in it. So a lot of people, I guess, used to try to get a lot of magazines to use the coupons, but I didn't care about the coupon. I just wanted the magazine. So they were trying to be stingy with them. But I went in and got, you can go like in the, I don't know what the office is, but like in the mall, when you go to Macy's, there's like a, I don't know if it's like a customer service office or something. I don't know what the office name is, but in there they have like a stack of them. So I just got a couple because his picture was in it. I didn't want the coupon, y'all. I wanted his picture. So a lot, even when I was recently in Tommy Hilfiger store, you just ask the manager, like, hey, when you guys are gonna take these down, this is my name and number, I'd love to come and have them. I used to do that all the time when the boys were in Toys R Us. Like, I used to do that, Carter's a bunch of times. Like I said, Macy's, trying to think what other store, because they did a lot of, like, Nick did like Nordstrom's and stuff, but that was like online photos. So anytime they do have pictures in the store, you can give it a shot and ask the manager, and most of the time they'll give it to you because all they're going to do is throw it out. So getting started, I am going to start helping you guys get your kids into modeling. If you want to reach out and find, I will have like small fees and rates for that. Reach out to me on my email address at jmonet7@yahoo.com. And you can set up like a little conversation with me if you want help getting your kids into the industry. The first one, so I'm going to give you a couple tips right now though. The first thing I would say is to really decide if it's something that you want to do. I feel like a lot of times when parents have their kids in the industry and other parents see it and they're like, oh, cool, I want to get my child into that. I can't tell you how many times people have hit me up on like Facebook, Instagram, like, hey, how'd you get your son into this? How'd you get into this? I'd love to do it. And then I really take my time and tell them everything and go into detail and everything. And then 4 months later, they're like, hey, sorry, can you tell me that information again? I'm going to do it now. Or like a year later, they're like, oh, hey, I never did it, but can you tell me it again? I'm going to do it now. And I really like put all my effort and energy into like typing and telling them everything. A lot of people ask about it, but a lot of people don't really put the time and effort into it because it does take time. It takes effort. It takes investment of like your money. It takes a lot. And I think a lot of times people just see like your kid in the picture and they're like, oh, I want to do that too, but don't really, want to do like what it takes to get their child into it. So when I say investing, I mean like your time as far as like going back and forth to auditions. I mean your time as far as you see like my child is in an ad, or even you guys know I model, you see that I'm in ads, but you don't see how many like auditions that I've gone on, how many things I didn't book. So even if you see me in like a print ad, you see me in one print ad, I might have went on 6 other auditions that I didn't book. So that's a reality as well that, hold on. I thought I heard something, sorry. So that's a reality as well, is that you are going to go on a lot of auditions that you don't book. You're going to go on I remember when my kids were younger, this is before COVID, when there were a lot more in-person auditions. So now a lot of auditions are through like a Zoom or like video apps where you're meeting with the casting director, or you're doing your audition with the casting director through video. So you can have like a little setup at home where it's just like I wouldn't do it right here because of all of these pictures. I would do it in front of like a white wall something just blank behind me because you don't want any distractions when you're doing an audition. I wouldn't have like all of this stuff in front of me. I wouldn't have these pictures. I just want the focus to be me. I don't want anything else distracting in the screen. I wouldn't have this. So you do auditions like that a lot now, and you do auditions to whereas you just self-tape it yourself. So a lot of the times you used to go into New York and meet with a casting director and do your audition with them in person, and they film you. But now it's like I will have a friend read lines with me, and I will do the audition at home, film it myself, and then send it into my agent. You still do in-person auditions, but since COVID, a lot of them that I've been doing are like at home. But when I used to do it with my kids a lot in New York City, it would be auditions for especially like children's plays. The auditions were like lines long. Like you get there, it's so many kids there, so many kids auditioning there. I think main one that I used to do a lot of waiting for was the children's plays. When we used to audition for the children's plays, it'd be a long line. But like, do you really have the time to invest? When you do get with an agent, so you can work, and that's something I can talk with you. If you guys sign up to talk with me, there are ways that you can submit yourself without an agent. I worked for years without an agent. I booked a lot of jobs for my kids without an agent. There's certain websites and things that you can go on where you can see a casting and submit your kids on it. There are ways, obviously, with an agent, that an agent will contact you and say, hey, I have an audition for you, for your child, but do you have this type of job that you're flexible to whereas you can go to an audition tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? Or you can go to an audition in 2 days. Or you can have, if your agent contacts you and said, hey, the children's place wants to book your child tomorrow. Here's your booking. You have to be able to go. You know, some people don't have jobs to where they can just take off like that, or they have the flexibility. I've always had the flexibility to be able to do it. So that's something you have to think about. A lot of times when I used to take my kids when they were younger on auditions, a lot of times it would be like nannies taking them, or it would be like family members taking them because their parents work. So even if you don't have the availability, do you have like a support system, or do you have anyone that can take your child to the audition or to a photo shoot? So that's something to think about. When I say investing money, I mean like traveling, I mean like gas money, I mean like tolls and things like that. You have to really be careful with scams. A lot of people know that a lot of parents want to get their kids into modeling, so they come up with, hey, you need $900 for these pictures, or else you won't be able to be a model, or you need to take these modeling classes for $1,000. Be very careful with those type of scams. And that's something else I can teach you guys about, whether you should be paying money up front or whether you should only be paying a commission once you book a job, and how much your commission should be, because sometimes also some places want to charge you ridiculous commission. So like the normal commission that you should be paying. And a lot of times, for example, when my kids were starting out, we did a lot of pictures where I literally just took pictures on my phone, not professional pictures, especially when you have a child that's like 7 months. Don't spend a lot of money on pictures because their looks are going to change. They're going to be growing. You know what I mean? You don't want to spend $500 on pictures. When you're with an agency, you have to update them regularly with pictures, so you don't want to be spending a lot of money, especially when they're young. My kids, of course, they have professional photos, but that was once they got way older. That's something else I could talk to you guys about. Obviously, finding an agency, or if you want to work with an agency, if you don't, how much commission you should be paying, what a photo shoot looks like, what you can and cannot do on a photo shoot. Can you take behind the scenes pictures on a photo shoot? Can you post behind the scenes pictures on your social media, if you're allowed to do that? You have to remember that a lot of the times, like right now we are in October, September, was it September? I did a photo shoot for July. August, I did a photo shoot that will be coming out in October. So I'll be doing another photo shoot in October this month, later this month, and it will be for Christmas clothing. So you have to remember, when you are in an industry and you are doing photo shoots, you're always a season ahead. So the clothes that you're taking pictures in aren't out in stores yet. So a lot of the times they don't want you taking pictures and posting it on your social media because these outfits aren't even available yet. They're not out yet. Sometimes you do, like when I did my Target Tabitha Brown photo shoot, because that was a secret line and no one really knew she was coming out with the line, all the models had to sign NDAs at the time that we wouldn't post pictures of this and that we wouldn't talk about this because it wasn't out yet, you know, it was a secret. When you go on photo shoots too, you can ask, like when I brought Gabe here, you can ask, hey, when will this come out? You know, when you take your kids to a photo shoot, you can say, hey, when will I see these photos? Where will I see these photos? So that you can start looking out for them. And then also, like, being comfortable with, for example, I'll talk about that with Gabe. I'll talk about Gabe's experience and end this off with that. And then my godson is sleeping, so I will let you guys meet him in the next video. I really want to introduce him to you guys this video, but I'll introduce him in the next video. But for this audition, I will give you a little story time. So we went on an audition. Our agent sent us out on an audition for pull-ups. And there was a bunch of kids there, so many kids. We went on about 3 or 4 auditions. The first audition, when you go to an audition and when you go to set, there's what you call a wrangler, which is a person that like has bubbles and toys, and their job is to keep the child happy and smiling and play with them and have a bunch of gadgets and gadgets. So Gabe had some bubbles from his wrangler, and I'm trying to remember. It was a while ago. I don't remember everything, guys. I'm sorry. I know we went on like 3 or 4 auditions. And I talked about like being comfortable with your child modeling. So they on one, I remember a job with Gabe. They wanted like the kids to go in the room alone, I think, and take the photos, and they do that just to make sure the child is like comfortable and not like very like clingy to their mom, because they're the ones doing the pictures. But you also, as the mom, have to be able to be comfortable with that. And I'm the type of mom where my kids don't go places alone, like in situations like that. So being able to speak up and be like, hey, no, you know, I'd be more comfortable just coming in the room with him, because I say also, when I model, a lot of the times I feel like, especially when I book Target, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited to be here and so excited that they picked me, because when you get picked for an audition, that company or whatever, so like Target or Pull-Ups will look at that person, that model, and be like, oh, we can see them in our ad, let's call them in for an audition. So when they pick you, that means they see something in you that they like, right? So a lot of the times when you're the model and you're working for a big brand that you love, you feel so like grateful and, oh my God, I'm so excited. And you kind of want to do, for me, kind of want to like do whatever to please them. And you want to kind of like, all right, let's do this, let's do that. I remember one time when Nick was doing a job, they wanted him to do a really cool pose, like a picture where he was like on a fence, and they like for him to be like, we hanging upside down. They were like, oh, can he try it? And he wasn't comfortable with it. So as a parent, you have to be like, no, he doesn't. You know, you have to be able to speak up and just be like, no, because especially in the industry, they're trying to get the picture. You know what I mean? They're trying to get the picture, but you have to also put aside that feeling of, oh, I'm so grateful to be here, I'll just do whatever, you know, and not go out of your comfort zone. You know what I mean? Trying to think of a situation like when I was modeling for a job and they wanted to like use like specific products in my hair, my natural hair, or like put heat on my hair. If I'm not comfortable with that, I have to be able to speak up and say, hey, no, because hey, I need my hair after this, and I can't risk wanting to like please you and letting you put heat in my hair to get a look for a photo if it's going to permanently damage my hair. I have friends that are models that hair have been damaged because of, you know, there was a whole thing where this model Raven did a post on how for New York Fashion Week her hair was done, and she's a black model, and they just had no idea how to do her hair naturally. And unfortunately, that's a reality for us, like black models, that still in this day and age, hairstylists don't know how to do our hair. So finding a comfortable place to be like, hey, I'm not comfortable with you using that in my hair, or hey, that's not a really good product for my hair. Or if they do your hair and it's ridiculously not good, you know what I mean, because they don't know how to do natural hair, being comfortable enough to speak up in a way that this is your job, so you do, like, you would like them to book you again, but you also have to remember this is like your image, and you don't want to go on a runway or go and do a photo shoot and feel like you look ridiculous, and be afraid to speak up because you don't want to like upset anyone, or you know what I mean. So it goes for the same when you have kids. If they want to do like a hanging upside down pose and your kid is for it and your kid is like, let's go and do it, all for it. But if your kid's like, no, I'm scared, it's important, I think, not to push them and not to like make them do it. Let them be comfortable doing it and just respectfully say, no, we can try a different pose, because there's a bunch of different poses we can do to look and have fun. And he didn't do that pose, and he did another one that looked fun, and the photo shoot was great. But being able to advocate for your kids in this industry is important, because sometimes you just feel like so grateful that they're working with this big brand. You don't want to kind of have them do something that they're not comfortable with. It's all about them, and at the end of the day, they're kids. I remember a lot of times when my kids were young and we would go to photo shoots, a lot of kids would be having tantrums, and their parents would be like so embarrassed. When we did this with Gabe, there was a little girl having a tantrum, and her mom, I feel like her mom felt so bad. But it's like, at the end of the day, they're kids. And I always was good on that. Like, listen, if you're gonna have a tantrum, I'm not gonna be upset at you because you're a kid, and this is a working day, you know what I mean? And they make it as fun as they can. And the kids get breaks and snacks, and there's food for them, and breakfast and lunch and things like that. But if your child is just not, in the mood for it one day, don't beat yourself up. Don't be mad at your child because they had a regular day of being a kid to where they just weren't into it. You know what I mean? You have to, I've seen a lot of times where like kids didn't enjoy it. So that's another thing. Like, if your kid is not enjoying it, but you want them to do it, don't do that. You know, let this be fun. For my kids, it was always fun. And then in times, if it wasn't fun, then we took a break from it. That was it. We just stopped doing it for a while. And then when they were like, oh, I want to do modeling again, we went back into it, you know, because this is about them. This is not about pleasing anyone. This is about my kids being comfortable all the time and being happy and not feeling like they're forced to do pictures because I want them to do pictures. I love it. I mean, I love modeling. That doesn't mean my kids love modeling. But they did do a lot of modeling, and when they did it, I made sure they were having fun and they enjoyed it. And if they weren't, we took a break and we just stopped doing it. But you can make money. They have a lot of money saved, you know what I mean? So I think that's just like a good head start, especially when my boys were babies. I'm like, they can crawl around and goo goo gaga and make some money for when they get older and be in an ad and be, you know, so, but always make sure it's what they, like what you're comfortable with as their parents. Don't feel forced to ever, be in an uncomfortable situation because you want to be, you know, like you feel like you have to be, you know, you guys know what I mean. But yeah, so for Gabe, so we went to this, we went to a couple auditions, maybe like 2 or 3. Gabe really has a wonderful personality. He did great at all the auditions. So then you kept getting called back. So every time we would go back, there would be fewer kids, because when you get called back, they're like kind of picking, okay, we're gonna narrow it down to these bunch of kids, and then okay, we're gonna narrow it down. So Gabe made it to the photo shoot, and there were actually, I believe, this was years ago, guys, so I believe there were 4 boys and 4 girls. I actually was there the day that the 4T, 5T girl pull-ups, the little girl that's on that one, I remember her from the photo shoot. But I think there were 4 boys and there were 4 girls. Now, that doesn't always happen, but when it's a big job like this, if a child has a tantrum, they want to make sure they're shooting 4 kids. You know, they like if they pick one child that's going to shoot for this, and then the day that child is having a tantrum or doesn't feel like shooting, you know, it's a big production day, you know what I'm saying? So it's a big photo shoot. So they had 4 little boys come in, and I think actually one of them didn't feel good that day. One of them actually got sick on set, and I think it was just 3 shooting. So then they shot, each child shot, and then what's crazy is you don't find out who gets on it until it came out, and it came out like a year later. So it was so exciting when we finally saw it, and we saw that Gabe got it and was on the cover. So actually I knew he got picked because you get a specific amount of money for the shoot, and then you get a specific extra amount of money if your photo is selected. So once we got the extra amount from his agent, we knew he was going to be on it. So then it's just about waiting and looking. Like it was like a year, it felt like, before the photo came on the packaging. But a lot of times, like when I take a photo, for example, if I take a photo in July, I might see it in like September. So also that's it. Like it's a couple of months before your picture comes out. It takes a little while. Clients have what we call like net 30, net 60, net 90, which is like 30 days to pay you, or 60 days to pay you, or 90 days to pay you. I've done like TV work and commercial work, which you get paid much quicker. So that's another thing, like how much you get paid, when you will get paid, how long it takes to get paid. You don't do the photos to get the money the next day, but you do get paid, and you get paid well. And it depends if you're doing print, if you're doing commercial, if you're doing TV and things like that. So if you guys want to know more about getting your child into the industry, make sure that you contact me at jmonet7@yahoo.com. And I would love to tell you, make sure you guys stay tuned to my next vlog. I'm going to introduce you to my godson. I'll probably do a vlog tomorrow because we're going to go, well, later today because it's like the middle of the night. We're going to go to a play place, the same one that we went to before. Or we might go to Sky Zone or Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know. My godson likes Chuck E. Cheese. My boys are a little big for Chuck E. Cheese, but since he's visiting, we might do Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. I'd love it if you guys like and subscribe on this video. Comment below with any questions. If you're interested, make sure to contact me on my email address. And what else I want to say? Thank you guys for subscribing. And if you're new, I'd love it if you would subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram at Jaleesa Graham, and follow me over there. All right, I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to start probably like cleaning up. It's like the middle of the night and I just can't go to sleep. I'm not tired, so I don't know what to do with myself, but I can clean up definitely and organize. And if you guys are interested in seeing like some of my organization videos, because I love to organize and clean, comment that below and I will do some of those videos for you, because I love like cleaning while I'm watching a cleaning YouTube. So if you guys want to see me doing some cleaning, let me know, and I'll definitely do some of those vlogs for you. Or if there are any other vlogs that you'd love to see, let me know. Come in my video, look. Come in my video. Hi. Come in my video. They want to see you. Say hi. Hi. Say I'm Jay. Look. Say hello.
Hello.
Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Say I'm Jace.
I'm Jace.
Say I'm the godson.
I'm the godson.
That's right.
Mom.
Where we went today? Show them our picture. You want to show them our picture? Show them this one. Look, this one right here. Show them.
Okay.
Because we went, where did we go today?
We don't go to Tracy's.
We went to Chuck E. Cheese. Hold up our picture so they can see.
Okay.
They want to see it. Can you guys see it?
Okay.
You think it's beautiful? Is that a nice picture?
Yeah.
And who's on your shirt?
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker. And what's your name?
The other Peter Parker.
And he's Peter Parker. Because you Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
That's your favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Two.
What else you want to tell them? What's your favorite color?
My favorite color, pink.
Favorite color pink. What's your favorite superhero?
My superhero.
Who's your favorite person?
My person name. Batman.
Spider-Man. And show them Spider-Man on your shirt. And on your arm. Let me see. Ooh. Ooh. Spider-Man. Anything else you want them to know about you?
Yeah.
What else should they know?
They know about me.
They know about you. What else should they know?
They know about me.
They know about you, but anything else you want to tell them?
Yeah.
What's your favorite shape?
A circle.
A circle, like that. And your favorite color is what?
My favorite color is pink.
Oh, it's pink. And your favorite superhero is Peter Parker, or is it Miles Morales? Which one?
My one.
It's Miles Morales. Okay.
Yeah, my.
And what else do they want to know about you? That you're silly and you like to go to Chuck E. Cheese all day?
Yeah, see.
And you like to go where else? To the park?
Yeah.
And what else do you like to go to? Sky Zone?
Yeah.
And you like to go to where else? Do you like candy?
Yeah.
You do?
My so mom
Yeah.
can know about the bus.
Oh, do they know about the bus? Guys, there's a bus next to us and he wants y'all to know about it.
Oh, and that car.
And there's a car next to us too. What else should they know about?
They know about me.
They know about you. Yeah.
Yeah, and
How
go
old
like
are
this.
you?
Beep.
Oh, that you know how to say beep beep?
Yeah.
And how old are you? Peter
I,
Parker?
2.
No. No.
What?
No.
C.
Yes. You're 3 now. You used to be 2, now you're 3.
What
Stop.
you favorite color?
My favorite color is pink. I think you're copying off of me.
What you favorite candy?
My favorite candy is, I like candy, not chocolate so much. I like lollipops or like sour gummies or like chewy candy type things. Like Jolly Rancher, soft ones. I like Airheads and like candy, stuff like that. I don't like that much chocolate. Do you like chocolate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. And say you can comment below with any more questions.
What you favorite number?
My favorite number is, my favorite number is it's 3. Like you.
No.
No? What's
No.
your favorite number?
That's favorite number. I favorite you.
What's your favorite number?
My favorite number is 2.
2. My favorite number is 3.
Oh.
Oh. What's your favorite game?
My favorite game is Spider-Man game.
Spider-Man games. Who's your favorite person to watch on YouTube?
Spider-Man YouTube.
Spider-Man YouTube. Who else? Who do you like to watch all the time on YouTube? What's his name?
His name Miles.
Miles and Corey. Don't you like to watch Corey? What?
I want to walk up.
What's his name on YouTube? Corey what?
He named Corey Kiss.
Corey Kenshin. And what does Corey Kenshin say? He says slice that.
Yeah, he said fight that much.
Slice that like button. Can I have a hug now? And we can say bye.
Okay.
Can I have a hug?
Bye.
What about my hug?
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay. I love you.
I
Say
love
cheese.
Cheese.
Can you come next to me and say cheese? And I'll make you my thumbnail. Ready?
Okay.
Come next to me.
Cheese.
Say cheese.
Cheese.
So cute. And what else you want to say to the people before you say bye? Say make sure you like and subscribe.
Bye.
And say hit that notification bell.
Hit the bell.
And say follow me
Follow me.
on Instagram
Instagram.
at Jaleesa Graham.
Instagram.
What's my name?
Jaleesa.
My name is Jaleesa. And what else should I say? Like this video.
Like the video.
And say we'll see you all next time.
I see you all next time.
Anything else you want to say to the people before we end this video?
Yeah.
What should we say to them?
They say, waste
Oh, okay. Say it like Corey Kenshin.
Okay.
Say it.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait. We had a power difficulty. Okay, say it.
Wait button.
Say it again.
Okay, wait now.
Slice that like button, and we'll see you all next time.
Next time.
Love you. Can I have a kiss?
Yeah.
Ooh, love you.
I love you.